Hey everybody, Chris here. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone over at Patreon who's supporting us. And let's go ahead and run down that list right now real quick. We've got Taylor, we got Drowrin, we got Miles, we got Randy, we got Yam, we got Colby, we got Thomas, we got Randy G, and we have Laszlo. I want to say thank you guys so much for your continued support. It means a lot. I know I mentioned that I was going to try to get a list or kind of a breakdown of what we're trying to buy, but my entire family got sick and I had to take care of them. So that was fun. But we just recorded today, got a couple episodes in the bank, and shit got pretty crazy. Just going to put it that way. I'm extremely excited for you guys to hear what is coming and experience the truly unhinged nature that we are approaching. So until then, have fun. Bye.
Welcome, weary dreamscape travelers, to Nighttime Island Radio. The only place where sleep eludes you and dreamy pastures are always on the horizon. I will be your shepherd this evening, and you can call me Little Whispers. Just listen to my voice, and I will regale you of tales not your own, and hardships far, far away. Now just sit back, and let your mind wander, my sheep. Duffy and Reflux conclude their interrogation of Kevin in the green box and unhandcuff him once they feel that there wasn't more information to retrieve. Once done, they call Ace and Strauss to form a plan. Seems that there are some long-time residents on the island that may know more about what happened 70 years ago, and that is a good place to start. After a discussion with John, he says that there are 3 other setmen that were a part of that ritual all that time ago, and they can all be located on the island. At least there is no shortage of threads to follow for our dear agents. I wonder where each one will lead. Only time will tell if any of them will bear useful. Sweet dreams, my little flock. Until next time.
Guten Tag, everyone.
Guten Morgen.
Sprechen Sie bitte.
The other week or whatever.
Schöne Ut, meine Frau.
You started with, hello, my little turtle doves. And I fucking can't get it out of my head. It's so fucking funny.
Was it good enough to keep, like, is that my intro?
I think it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like that you're switching it up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hello, my little turtle doves.
Yeah,
was,
just
I don't want people to figure me out.
yeah,
I want to keep them guessing.
Yeah.
That's your superpower. You're just right off the top. You can just
Zigzag
say
on 'em.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just zigzag.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
I want to keep people guessing because the moment they figure me out, I'm not going to want to do what they want.
Yeah.
When other people zig, Misha zags.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a habitual zagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little known thing about me, because I get asked this question so much that I just have to. I'm just gonna say it right off the air. Misha Dare is actually my real name. I did not just change it to be cooler.
Yeah, that's real.
It's
Yep.
real.
Yep.
I get asked that so.
That's exactly what
often.
somebody who changed their
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
would say.
Witness protection.
I think it was based off like Darevsky or something.
Yeah.
It was the base name, so that's
We're
where it
not
came
from here. Like everyone from America is not from here. So.
I mean, not everybody, but
Oh well, yeah, that's true. That's very true. I'm talking about all the people like me who had people from Lithuania that came to America for other things. So yeah, that's why we're here. Other people definitely originate here, their land. So we're good.
right.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
All right. So we left off. The group regrouped and decided, after all the information they relayed upon each other, that they were going to go down to the docks.
yeah, we're going to harass
What do we-
another old man.
What as we're driving, like, so okay, what do we think is the thing here? We're gonna get these different instruments, and then what? Are we going to do this ritual?
I mean,
I don't know.
I would rather have the instruments in our possession so we can keep track of them if they are needed for this. Because let's say if Tiffany needs these things for the ritual, we have them, and that stops her from doing this ritual, right?
So we could just get them and leave.
But even if
Actually,
we
at
have
that point, we have...
one.
We don't
have one
know.
of
We don't
out
know
of 3.
enough if that is actually part of the ritual to do. We need to do
Okay.
research into what this ritual is and figure that part out.
All right, well, let's go find this old man.
Yeah, we got a lot of leads. I have like 8.
So we know that this
yeah.
old dude was a setman,
Yeah.
and the Graves was a setman as well. Because they,
setmen.
yes,
Yes. Or set woman, but
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know of any other living arbiters?
nope. Frederick Kamala was the only one.
Yeah.
I don't know what
that's-
his sisters were, Fiona and Flora. I don't know what they were part of it.
We have some
we don't know
names
their
of-
level.
I bet they were.
We have some names of living church members that we can get more info from.
Yeah.
But in terms of ranks, the only one we know is Frederick. And then these 3 setmen.
Yeah. So all right, let's roll over.
Let's do it.
Hopefully, find this old man fishing.
Okay, but
It just keeps reminding me of DMX. Like that's all I think about when I say that phrase.
Some old man fishing.
Yeah. Who's gonna
What's that?
find you some old man fishing?
Yeah.
all right, so it's about 4:00 in the evening at
All right.
this point.
Okay.
You can tell that the island's getting a little busier this time, where drunk college kids,
It's
and-
party time.
or like more witnesses. So
Did they come this far? 'Cause
they
it's-
don't come this far, but you're closer to where the party zone is, where you originated from the cafe.
The dock's like way further south.
It's further south, so when you leave the cafe,
Oh yeah, sure, whatever. Fuck them kids.
Yeah.
just making it known. I don't
Yeah,
want it to
yeah,
be a surprise.
No,
I
that's
need to
fair.
be atmospheric descriptions.
God, no, I get it.
That's my job. I build this world
Okay.
for you to kill you all.
If I see
Yeah,
so I'm-
Chris. Come on.
I don't scrap shit.
That's
I'm gonna, if I have any opportunities to look for the pin that they're wearing, let me know. Like if
Ooh.
I pass by any party goers,
Sure.
just let me see what I see.
All right.
Absolutely.
Ongoing
Let me
search
see what I
roll.
See what I see. You know?
Ongoing search roll. He dibbed ongoing search
No,
roll.
I think,
like
and if
it.
he finds anybody, we jump the fuck out of them and take their shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna get got.
nerd.
Yeah, sure. All
Give me
right.
your shirt.
Is that
So-
a thing? Like an announced ongoing search roll? I didn't realize.
No, it's like calling shotgun, but like indefinite shotgun.
Oh,
It's like
interesting. Okay, yeah, fair. All right.
to me, it was just funny.
So I have to yell blitz and then I get it? That's how it works?
Yeah, but-
I taught my kids that rule.
oh wow, nice. That's
It didn't go well.
All right. So you all just drive down to the dock.
Yeah.
Uh,
See this old man?
you see the old man. You see Rutzak's boat at the end of the dock. Takes you a few minutes to get there. It's a very long dock.
Normally long.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Follow
Is it
me.
accurate
A
on
lot
the
of
map?
waves.
I don't know how accurate, but I just know that it's like a.
I hope not, because
Yeah,
that means the dock is the size of like 7 small
It's
islands.
about 3
Yeah.
miles.
3
yeah.
miles. Yeah.
We'll say it still takes you a few minutes to get down to where. the
Sure,
old
yeah.
man
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
and then, yeah.
So we would approach him, and
I want to
Herman's his name, right?
Herman
Herman.
Pruitt. I want to, as we're getting up to him, I want to like ocular pat down. Do I see a flute?
He
I
has like
see a flute
a.
on his
Yeah.
person.
You're just happy to see me.
So he's like wearing the same shirt that you saw yesterday. I love New York.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a fishing rod over the side. And he has like this little like fold up chair, you know how like old guys have like fold up fishing chairs. So he's like sitting on that, and then he's just kind of like fiddling away.
Oh, I
On the
picture like
foot.
Abe Pagoda just sitting there. I think it makes me feel worse for what we're about to do, but I just picture this like frail old man
I thought he
just
didn't.
chilling.
Yeah.
I thought he didn't talk. I thought we tried to talk to him when we showed up, and he didn't.
I don't remember if we tried to talk to him, but I remember him eyeballing us.
We're about to.
Yeah.
So I'll walk up and be like, well, we just
Herman Pruitt.
Pruitt?
Yeah.
Mr. Pruitt, is that, are you him?
And he like stops playing the flute, and he like looks.
Oh, he
at
actually
me.
had it.
He actually had a
That is a
flute.
very important piece of information. I
told you
specifically.
guys. I
You
told
did
you-
not say that.
It was
I-
the ocular pat down.
You did not
Yeah.
say he was playing a flute. You said he was fishing.
Oh, he was fishing, but I was going to get to he had a flute. But when you guys walked past him, when you got to the
Yeah.
island, he had a flute.
Yeah. He
Okay.
was
Give
playing,
me that flute.
But
That's mine.
in an ocular pat down,
yeah.
you can very clearly see that someone is
Sorry.
Actively playing
actively
the flute.
playing the flute.
Yeah, but not well either.
That's fine.
But
That's
if you
okay.
Get,
Oh,
if you
whatever.
get
He's
down-
like 90 years old. or
Neither
something.
could Captain Picard.
Oh, no, he's probably what? He's got to be.
7.
How old is the other guy? He was 60, wasn't he? 68?
Well, he did it 70 years ago,
Frederick-
so I hope
Frederick
not.
Mallows?
Oh, that's what-
No, the
Frederick
John
Mallows
Palakiko.
was,
John Palakiko.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
so.
how old's the blind guy?
JP.
I
gotta be like
maybe I
76
got
then.
the ages mixed up.
So Frederick
thought he was
Mallows
like 90.
died at 94.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy looks around to be 80s, 90s. at
Okay.
least.
Oh, damn.
So
'Cause they did it. They did the ritual 70 years ago.
True.
So
Yeah.
they all got to be about 90.
Yeah, so he's like, Mr. Pruitt, how's the fishing? Catch anything good?
he kind of just stops playing and looks up at you, and then like you see Rucksack come out, and he's still on the boat. He's not touching the dock.
Yeah.
And he kind of like puts his like elbow on the railing of the boat, and he's just like, "Fucker doesn't talk. I'm stuck here 6 hours a day. Fucker never talk to me.
Get back on the boat, Rucksack. We're not talking to you.
You fuckers are gonna die."
You're out of your element.
You shut
make-
your mouth when you're talking to me.
Don't make me call Easton.
Are you on this mission? I didn't think so, so fuck off.
Uh,
I don't say that.
but like Herman doesn't say anything. He's just kind of like looks up at you,
Does
and
he nod?
He doesn't just he does like the 3-year-old toddler stare, you know, like he doesn't
Wow.
quite, you know.
Does anybody know sign language?
I don't. Cody can fingerspell, but I don't know if acid reflux can. We'll say acid reflux can fingerspell.
We have like a piece of paper, right? Let's write like maybe on a piece of paper.
I'm
like,
sure we
are
gotta
you-
have a note.
I'm just trying to see. Is like maybe he's deaf. Maybe he's like if. I guess here's
they're
the theory.
blind, you
One
know?
guy's blind. Now, granted, he came in blind. He wasn't blinded by whatever this
Yeah.
light he saw in this ritual.
Maybe this guy was born deaf.
Yeah, so maybe he's deaf, and the other
Yeah.
one's a mute.
So-
Maybe there's like the 3 blind mice.
Yeah.
So
So I
it goes
just-
to 3.
But they're blind. But it could be like hear no evil, see no
That's
evil.
what I was
speak
thinking
no
of.
evil.
The monkeys. Yeah.
Rucksack kind of hangs over
so
the
he-
deck,
pull-
and he's like,
pull out a notepad. Right?
You
Are
deaf?
you Herman Pruitt?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Rucksack hangs over the edge, and he's like, "Fucker's playing a flute. Do you think he's deaf?"
I mean,
He's
get
not
back
playing
on
it
the
well.
You know,
Yeah,
I
it
guess
was
that's
He's
a
not
good
playing
point.
it well,
I
so
guess
maybe.
Beethoven could play the piano.
So acid reflux finger spells. Can you hear me?
He just kind of like looks at you, and he's just like, now he's kind of like, "Why are these people look like around me?"
Yeah.
And he kind of like mutters something, but it doesn't like sound like English.
So I turn my back to him and like kind of like that, like 2 cops kind of whispering in each other's ear sort of thing, like right next to Ace.
Gotcha.
Being like,
We're gonna shoot him.
Hey man,
We're
this
cops."
guy. I mean, we could just take that from him, right? Like, who the fuck's he gonna tell? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
He's not responding. He doesn't talk. Who gives a shit? At this point,
Damn. Cold blooded.
Yeah, I was
quit
chopping.
resisting.
I was chopping fingers off. You think I fucking care?
yeah, that's just. I'm on the same page. This is just, these people are weird.
So wait,
He
I blacked
is-
out. What are you trying to do?
We're just gonna take this from him.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
He's old. He's frail.
I mean, it's fair.
I can tell you right now, his unarmed combat is very small.
Who has a badge?
We all have FBI badges.
Oh no,
no.
Coast
Guards.
Coast Guard inspectors.
Yeah, who's the scariest looking one? Probably Ace.
Ace.
Show this guy a badge, being like, "This is evidence now." I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. I'll walk up with a badge and like flip it down and be like, "You need to confiscate that flute. A, you suck at playing it, and B, we need it for something."
He kind of holds the flute tighter, and he's just like, he doesn't want to give it to you. You can tell that he's
I
not.
pull
going
out my
on it.
wallet and a $20 bill.
He kind of looks at that, and he's like, he just kind of holds the flute even tighter. And he's like,
He just sneezes in your
Habla
$20 bill.
inglés.
yeah, he mutters something else, but it's not English, and it's not Spanish.
We need that damn flute, Ace. Just
I
grab
have
it.
German. Is it German?
It is not German.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the flute from him.
You're just gonna grab it?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. So what do you want from me?
Let's just do. You know, you're okay. You're definitely gonna beat him.
Yeah, I got unarmed. I got 60 unarmed combat.
Okay,
Same. Come here, old man.
Okay,
Just a bunch of
I'm
thugs.
gonna roll, but I'm gonna lose. So so I do not.
I got 32 under 60.
So he definitely resists you, but he's an old man. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't stop you from doing what you're doing. So like I'm assuming you like put a hand on his shoulder and like yank this flute away from him.
I think if we need that, or I'd like grab the flute and then maybe like grab his wrist and like squeeze on it and like apply pressure.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Snap his wrist like a
Yeah.
twig.
Acid reflux,
Like
like make
Lenny.
sure that he doesn't fall in the water or anything. Like I kind of make
Oh,
sure.
so kind.
Yeah.
Red Sox is like, you guys are so fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so fucked up. I love it. I love it. This is oh yeah. But he's not getting off the boat. He's still like just looking at you, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "Motherfucker deserves that. Fuck you, you old man. Just staring at me for 6 hours a day. Fuck you." So like the old man
Just
like
terrorizing this island. We're just awful fucking people.
Yeah.
so like Herman stands up and he like holds his wrist and he starts like shouting at you guys and
So he does talk.
he does
Well,
talk
not intelligibly. Yeah.
but not English.
He's speaking a different language.
Do we?
Yeah.
Can any of us make a roll to see if we can determine what
You know,
what like language family it sounds
Yeah. What do
like?
you want? What do you want for that?
let's do Oh, sorry. I don't have that. Okay, here we go. Let's do...
I mean, I have a 75 intelligence.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do
Yeah,
intelligence.
How are you buff and strong?
Damn.
Look
Smart-
at you go,
smart guy.
Ace.
He takes
I'm
away
not that
charisma.
buff. I'm not buff.
He cannot talk his way out of a paper bag.
What kind of wrestler? What? Okay, yeah. Realistically, what kind of wrestler are you? What's your
I think
body
he was
type?
a bigger guy, so he was much more of like. But I mean, a lot of wrestling, it's about how you get people to
It's-
land.
yeah,
it's
it's
not
just-
necessarily how your raw
It's
strength is.
just
I
athleticism.
mean, people are jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have pretty high dexterity, but like, I mean, my strength is 12.
What's your height weight is what I'm asking.
I think he is about like 6'2", I think we said.
He said 6'4".
6'4", and he's probably like 230, 240-ish, I think is what I have.
So
him
he's
down for.
kind of stacked.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like a older, like,
I would call
he
that
looks like a
buff.
wrestler, but with like a little bit of like a butt, like a gut.
he stopped doing steroids, so
Yes.
now he's got those titties.
Yes, exactly. Well, he never did steroids. Okay,
Well,
don't you put that against him.
when was he a wrestler?
Well, he wrestled in Mexico a lot.
And he did not do steroids. Wow.
I mean,
That's why he didn't.
If you ask him, he'll tell you his backstory, but no one's asked him.
Well, this is me asking him.
you're asking.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
asking him right after he assaulted an old
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
this
damn.
is like a good time.
Yeah. So, do you want me to roll, or is the 75 high enough to know what he's saying?
75 sign up. He's speaking Hawaiian.
Okay.
Oh, you know, that probably makes a lot of sense.
You would think so.
Yeah.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that as language. Like Rutzak, you know what he's saying?
He was like, no, fuck no. It's probably something about swear words and regarding you, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's fine.
I suppose we probably should bring a translator and talk to him at some point.
If you want.
Maybe
Go,
not now.
go get Kevin.
Yeah. Go get Kevin.
Wonder if
Hey,
Kevin
maybe we
speaks
should get all the
Hawaiian.
old set men together.
Yeah.
Getting the band back
Yeah.
together.
Play these instruments.
So,
They'll be
Ace,
fine.
as you grab the flute out of the old man's hand, because you haven't critically failed a sand check about these, whatever's happening on the
No.
island, you do not get tinnitus.
Oh, dope.
No, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that you noticed that, but I just needed to make it.
No, that's cool. I don't think he wouldn't know any different.
Mm-hmm.
So he would just be like, "We'll give it back to you. If you're here every day, we'll bring it back to you when we're done with it." Okay.
Yeah, but
I know you don't understand what I'm saying to you, but at least I'm saying it out loud, and everyone else here, I have collaborative evidence of people saying that I'm going to give it back to you. So we're going to be good there,
he's
champ.
still shouting at you, and he probably like tries to like throw his like chair at you, but he can't get it that far. He's an old man.
So wait, so this is, I mean, this was what time? What year was this?
I know a thinking chair shot.
this is
2018.
2018.
Yeah, so my phone has a Google Translate on it, so I can
Yeah.
tell
Oh,
him some stuff.
yeah,
in
there you
Hawaiian.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tech oriented guy. So I just pull out Google Translate and I say like, "Sorry, we need this flute. We're gonna give it back." And I tell him that we're agents, by the the Coast Guard, and I tell him all the stuff and what is, and then I allow him to translate back and say something.
Oh yeah, he's totally calm. He's like, "Oh, you should have just said that." No, I'm
Yep.
joking. Yeah, he just kind of goes off. He still like doesn't really care. He's still angry, of course, and he's just like, "That was left to me. You have no right. I just got that back." Like,
Oh.
stuff like that.
So I guess I ask him more information now that we're just here right before we leave, and I'm like, "Hey, so tell me more about that. Where did you get this flute? I know that you were you've been here for a while, and there was some rituals that happened a long time ago. Can you tell me anything more about like that? The fact that we're investigating some stuff, and there's some missing people, and so we're digging into that, and we want to know more about the rituals you did, and why you stopped, like what has happened since then." And I'm info dumping for the sake of brevity.
Sure.
Where was why did you get this flute recently that you mentioned? And
Well, he doesn't answer all your questions. He's
Okay.
still really flustered and angry.
that's fair.
A lot of admonishment would be
Yep.
coming your way.
Yeah. Google Translate fails to translate the swear words and stuff.
But
I'll let him. I don't care. Only gonna get knocked out for throwing a chair at me. So
in the midst of his
I'll show you how to hit somebody with a chair.
in the midst of him scream or just yelling and being like mad at you guys, you do hear something like Fred in English, and just got that back from Fred. So like that's all the information you really get out of him.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
he just got that back.
Okay, so yeah, unintelligible ranting. Then it sounds like.
Pretty much.
Okay.
How long's Fred been dead?
Fred has been dead since 2013. He was 94.
So 5 years.
Yes.
Okay.
So he just got this back. So
Well, I
does he
mean,
not have-
5 years ago to an old man is just
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
I feel like that'd be longer.
So
He's been long for so
I
long.
feel even more on the side of fuck this whole island. This guy is how old? Gone through how many tourists and he doesn't speak a lick of English?
Right?
Fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy. That Rutsack right here.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he just learn English and make it
Yeah.
easier?
I mean, at the very
How
least,
dare him?
Yeah.
at the very least, he should be able to understand if we're saying,
Well,
do
no,
you
he's
speak
not.
English?
Well, he's not on the hotel aisle. He's over here where like the natives are.
Yeah.
There's no reason that he would ever learn it. He's not dealing with any of the hotel.
He was
people.
at a church with a bunch of people to speak English.
We don't know that. They might have spoken Hawaiian. We are not fully aware of what they spoke. We never asked
Right.
what language.
I'll give you that.
I mean, they're bilingual. I mean,
Yeah.
or he's just like really mad and he doesn't want to communicate with you. Whatever.
Yeah.
but-
Or he's just being a dickhead and just
Yeah,
wants to like fuck with us.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. Either way.
It sounds like Fred had these instruments until he died.
sounds like it.
Yeah, because the drum was
That
from
makes
an
sense.
estate sale or something from his belongings.
Interesting that the
That's where
flute,
Suzanne
wasn't
got it.
at that auction, and that instead he got it through other means.
Yeah, can we ask him like who gave it to you?
He just he's still like speaking Hawaiian. He's not like being clear.
This is
I'm
all through
translating it, yeah.
through Google Translate, so make it
Okay.
as vague as you need.
Tell him if he
Okay.
doesn't answer, I'm going to punch him in the stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna cut his dick off. Joking.
He kind of just, you get the sense that he got it back through Frederick Mallow's will.
Oh.
Weird.
Interesting.
That makes
Specifically
sense.
that.
I wonder if we could get a copy of that.
So that would explain why the drum and the flute specifically that weren't in the. Wait, was the drum in the auction? No.
No.
The drum
It
was in the
wa-
auction,
It was.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
but I believe I told Strauss and Ace at the cafe that when John got the drum from the will, he didn't really care anything of it, and so he donated it, which then ended up
back with him.
Yes,
Wait, I'm sorry.
So he got it in the will.
he got it in the will.
Wait, I'm sorry. It was John.
I don't remember that
Okay,
part.
so
but
the,
okay.
so the
Yeah, I
original
don't remember
people
that
who played
either.
them got it in the will.
Yeah.
Sounds like okay.
Well, because I remember Ace being
Yeah,
like,
no,
"Does it sound like this?"
Suzanne
Yeah.
bought it in a box of toys
Yeah.
later, and it made its way.
Yeah, I don't remember the part about him. I know that he had it, but I don't remember it being part he was left to him in the will.
shit.
You might have given this information. I totally.
Oh,
spaced
I
on.
might have forgot, but that's. I
Yeah,
mean, now you know.
that's good enough.
Now you know. Now
so
I can't take that.
Lenore Graves has the bell then.
Yeah,
Still.
for sure.
So let's go rob another old fucking person.
So do
She has a caretaker, so this one's going to be a little bit harder.
I appreciate. Like, I don't feel bad about any of this because Misha put all these situations in here where it's like, oh, you're gonna have to take this from an old person. Like,
Yes.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
I'm taking it from an old person.
you have a horrible mind, miss.
Yeah.
Or
Or you weren't. supposed
or
to.
I put something in here already that you guys completely missed. That would have made this completely.
Oh,
No.
shit. I can't wait to find out.
But
So if there's, can we still have the drum in like a paper bag?
you still have it,
Yeah,
Yeah, we
absolutely.
still have it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't cause like us to get fucked up.
Unless you're touching it, you don't have tinnitus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can we show this old guy the drum and be like, does this look familiar?
You can. Is that what you do?
Yes.
Okay. He kind of just like looks at the drum and he's just like, "That's not yours."
Mm-hmm.
So it does look familiar.
Like you would assume so.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell him that Jim gave it to us.
Yeah.
John.
John.
Yeah,
John-
John let us borrow it.
John Palakiko gave this to us for the investigation.
Yes. We are going to return your flute. Just give us a couple days. We'll bring it back to you. If you're here, we'll bring it back. Nothing bad's going to happen to it.
He says something.
You haven't had it for 5 years. 2 days ain't going to hurt you.
He says something along the lines
65
of like,
years.
John was never a believer in the first place.
Ah.
So
That
something along
explains.
those lines that is like Google Translate. Like
Gotcha.
first place, John wasn't believer.
Yeah.
Believer in what?
Oh, we got to kill this old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's toast. But believer in
He's
what?
toast.
Like,
In the-
he's
in
probably
the church,
not
probably.
going to. He's still kind of going, and he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's not being more helpful than.
Okay, well, he's not going to help us. We just took his shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We did this out of order. All right, let's leave.
Before we leave, I look at him dead in the eyes and I go, if I find out you're lying to me, you're going in the water. And I check his reaction to see if he understands
With
English.
cement shoes.
Any reaction?
Yeah. Well, like roll human. for me.
Okay. Okay, yeah. No,
Yeah.
yep. I have not rolled today.
Yeah.
Speaks fluent English.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like this is what I'm saying. 55, critical fail.
Oh, damn.
You do get the sense of like he did react to you, but then he kind of spits in your face.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Yeah.
Ooh. If
So I mean, he maybe he's just reaction to my tone of voice, like whatever. I
Yeah.
can't get anything off.
All right.
Does he actually spit in his face?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Because then there might be a problem.
Yeah, I just like
Well, he's an old man. He can't really fight back. I kind of figure that's what an old man
kick
would
his
do.
fishing rod into the water and walk away.
Oh, damn.
And then Red Sox just like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, you stupid old fuck.
This guy's heckling from the boat, dude. That's amazing.
I just don't. I kind of feel bad, but I also don't.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody on this island.
Well, he's an NPC. He's an old man. He's clearly not on, like, good side. So, like, I get it.
Yeah, this is ours. This is ours now.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
me. I'm the
now-
flute player now.
Now you're not getting it back.
Yeah.
I'll if we give it back, I'm going to snap it over my knee.
Yeah.
Fucking give it to him.
So we could play these old guys against each other and go back to John and be like, well, Herman said you weren't a real believer in the first
Yeah.
place. Like, do you know
Yeah, he
what
said you were a
that
little
means?
bitch.
Yeah. He said that
You
he
gonna
could
take that shit, man?
that you were blind and he could fight you.
You can say you can do it with a hand behind his back.
Yeah.
All right, so you leave the dock.
So we leave, yeah.
So it's about 6 now?
Well,
Maybe 5?
We got there at like 4.
It's about 5. I'd say you're probably done with your business.
Probably took us
on
about an
that.
hour to heckle
Yeah.
this old man and beat him
Yeah.
up.
As I leave, I'm making sure I look back to make sure he's not trying to get in the water to get his fishing pole. What is he? Is he staying on the dock?
He's on the dock, but he's like trying to get his fishing pole.
Run up, drop kick him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like he's about to fall or something?
Do you care?
I do.
You-
Yeah.
you
Ask
do
him to
Pick
come
up a rock and
upstairs,
throw
yeah.
it at his head.
He's kind of like doing like the paddle thing to try to get it closer to him, and that's
Is it
he's
working?
Not, it's sort of working as best as like one
the
like
ocean.
an old man can get to
I
work.
can't. All
Reflex,
right.
go be a good cop.
Yeah, Reflex jumps in the water for the second time off that pier, by the way. Grabs the pole, gives it to him. I just put it on the thing. I leave.
As soon as
I
he's
don't
out
even-
of earshot, I turn the other two like, rookie, he's going to get it someday.
Don't worry about it. Whatever.
New guys.
whatever.
No.
I'm sorry. It's the way.
Look.
Whatever.
He's going to be the one, if we need to smooth things over with the old man, he's going to be the one that can
Yeah.
do it for us.
There
We
we
can
go.
be the bad cops.
There
He
we
can be
go.
the good cops.
All right,
He doesn't need to get jaded like us.
Back on the force, we call this the FNG. Fucking new guy.
Fucking all right, sick. All right.
All right. You get good karma points.
Thanks.
Yeah. Not that helps you in this
It
game,
doesn't. Yeah.
but you get good karma points.
I am now wet.
Yeah.
What? What?
Get your
mind
out of it.
So about 5 o'clock now. Partying is well, you can probably like hear the ambiance of like.
Oh, that's right.
Dude.
That's 5, dude. They're getting it.
Yeah, they're getting it.
So, I guess, do we want to go back and just chill in the green box the rest of the day?
Well, I want to go to the library. I do want to go talk to John Palakiko about being like, well, Herman said you were a non-believer.
Sure,
right?
we can head back there and then go to the library. Then
Yeah.
The
Is
green
the
box
library
it
going
up?
to be
Like the
open?
library.
no, it's a historical museum.
I know. I want to go there because we were talking with Kevin, and he was like, honestly, I don't know much about the religion, but there's like the library and the historical museum where
Yeah.
we might get some info.
I do want to. I want to look more into the history.
I'm just thinking driving up there and then getting back here.
That's going to
like,
eat up our day.
I think
Yeah,
we do the
totally.
library because we're right there because
Yeah.
we want to be there in the green box to see
Yeah.
what the fuck goes down.
Agreed,
I
yeah.
agree.
So I think that is our-
Tomorrow, History Museum.
Yeah.
Cool.
Assuming we have it tomorrow.
I'd say yeah. In fact, we
Yep.
could even split and do radio station and history museum at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
That
Great
works.
idea.
Any of us? Nah, never mind. Does anybody want to go stay the night at the hotel room to see if anything else happens?
Are we gonna be able to
So-
get back into the room?
To say,
Oh, because they probably hate us.
I mean, they let us out.
They set us up. Like
Yeah.
I don't think we're able to go back in there and be like, hey.
I'm not going
Give us
back
access
in
to the
there
room.
until
Yeah,
we've
right.
got everything we need
Yeah.
to blow this woman's head off and get
Well,
away.
to be fair, we have all the information we need to blow her head off.
Well,
we can go in there and
I
fucking
mean-
shoot
I guess
her.
I mean to
there's nothing
end whatever's
stopping us from
happening.
going to shoot her.
Actually, her super buff bodyguard.
We could shoot him too.
Declan, what was that guy's name?
Brigand?
He can't
Brigands.
punch a bullet.
But then I completely agree. But then the cops are in. Like this is a hot fuzz situation where like the cops are in on it too.
Oh, sure.
So we're going to be. It's a firefight,
Yeah.
literally, with the whole island.
Yeah, agreed. Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We're gonna burn this fucker down.
I
Like,
agree. We can do it at any time.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I just have to say it out loud. This is a paranoid acid reflux on his first mission. My vote, and because we were talking about this, my vote was we all go back to the room or try to and sleep there. But I know that we're trying to do this test with the green box. We could still do that by shuffling things around, see if it teleports and moves.
I'm not going into that hotel room.
That's fine.
I
I
just
had to say it out loud.
Unless
I don't know how we can get back.
Unless-
I don't know how we get back unless we steal like key cards or whatever, like the symbols
Right.
to get on there. I don't
Right.
think they're gonna actively like let us back. Oh, you want to go back in the room? Sure. I just don't see
No.
that happen.
Yeah.
The only time I'm going to go back in this room is if I grab what's her face, Tiffany, and take her in there with me.
shit!
Yeah.
drag her ass in there and see how she panics.
Yeah,
And,
That's
and
kinda
whoever the
badass,
helper
actually.
was, Tony,
That's
Troy.
what I was
Brigands?
thinking.
No,
Yeah.
who was the guy that helped us?
Huxley.
Huxley, because we might be able to break Huxley and just be like,
Trust me, I've thought quite a bit about
yeah,
that.
just to like get us back into that room. Because I don't necessarily know if he is on her side.
Oh yes, they're all. On our
Oh,
side.
he led us to that room.
Yeah, he led us there.
He knows.
So he's in on it.
Are we spitballing as we drive? This is what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, all right, we get to the
Trying to
library.
figure
Oh
out-
no, we're going back to talk to the old guy.
Talk to John.
Sure.
Ask why he's not a true believer.
Yeah,
Rough him
and-
up a little bit.
What does he not believe in?
So, lightning round scene with John here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's about 5:30 now.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess it'd be about 5:30.
Okay.
Cafe's closed. John went home.
No, they're still there, but they are like starting to like, clean up. They probably end around this time. Getting people their dinners.
Yeah.
But they're still open.
Hey, John. We had a little conversation there with Herman. Does he speak English, or is he like a native Hawaiian who speaks Hawaiian? What's the deal with him? He didn't want to talk with us very much.
I don't get this many visitors, so it's quite nice to have someone to talk to. So, but Herman, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, Herman.
The other setman.
Herman's just kind of an old curmudgeon. He understands English.
I knew it.
But he just never likes speaking it. He likes to play the dumb card, but he's fully knowledgeable. So
Cool,
Makes me
perfect.
feel better about that.
So in the conversation with him, he told us that you were not a true believer for the church. Like, what? Why would he say that about you? Were you not?
Oh, he talked to you guys? That's surprising.
Well,
Usually
yeah,
just kind of stares awkwardly.
Our friend here had a translator because he was yelling at us in Hawaiian, and we were able to talk to him that way.
Oh,
So
technology really has gotten advanced. That's
kid's a
so-
whippersnapper. He's sharp as a whip.
Oh, wow. Not believer. He's probably just referring to, the second that I didn't have to contribute to the church anymore, the second I could just, be independent, I did. I didn't really want anything to do with that since, I didn't see my brother until after, whatever ritual they had us do, and like just bad memories, and I got out as soon as I could.
No, I get it. So he still believes in the church, I'm assuming, still believes in the teachings. Do you know if
I have no idea.
that was kind of the gist I got, is maybe he still believes in this stuff.
He may. I mean, I haven't heard anything about the church. I know it's a big history on this island, but I usually just try to keep to myself, and I don't really like talking about it. It's just the memories. They're not great.
We get it. All right.
So,
any other questions?
what did the church believe in?
Oh, the church. I think it was Church of Blindside. They believed in maintaining. I believe that was like the creed that they usually set forth. We need to keep doing what we're doing every 70 years, whatever it was. No one really explained it to me, but like we were in charge of maintaining what we needed to maintain. But like I never understood what it was. Like it was just it was just what we were taught. And, like kids nowadays, they go to church and they're just told what they're supposed to be taught, and they don't really question it. And I got out the second I could question it. It didn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, that's actually, and this is just Jake talking, that's actually pretty scary that a bunch of these like young people were like, yeah, like we were involved in something and then no one really like told us what it was, but we were like super into it.
Right?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Indoctrination is real.
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything.
Yeah,
else
we like
for-
your hair. We'll let you get back to your day. We're gonna
Cool.
hit up the library. So finger guns, or you can't. Take it easy.
Oh, yeah. He's like, go to the library. Godspeed there.
Oh yeah, just so you guys know, Misha hates librarians, so this lady's gonna be a piece of work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Means we gotta be really friendly with her and get on her side, so she's a constant NPC.
Yeah, because
You guys were mean to an old man. Now I get to be mean back.
Yeah.
if we go in hot, we might get nothing.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
We've already broken Kevin's fingers. I mean, we're not.
But we went in soft with Kevin, and I feel like got nowhere.
Did we?
I
mean, it sounds like they got somewhere.
That's true. All right, so
did you
we.
try asking him questions without the cutting off the finger?
Yes, we did.
I don't remember that. But.
I do.
Yeah. I feel like we've asked a lot of people a lot of questions, and then when they leave, or when we leave because we got nothing out of them, they're like, oh, well. Well,
Maybe you're gonna ask me. Okay, so on the map, I forget. Did I put the library on top, above the party zone?
No, it's
bottom
it's
left for us.
The
bottom
library. Oh, and
It's
the
near the
It's near the
cafe.
clinic and cafe.
Okay, and then the history museum
Is to the north.
north.
Yes.
Okay, wow. Okay, cool.
So we
alright.
got to the library,
Library is around
the library.
How big is the library?
Well, and if it matters, I mean, if that was wrong, you can tell us.
Yeah, if it's switched, we can go to history. It don't matter to me.
We're going to go to the closest one, whether
Yes.
that's history museum or library.
Oh well, let's just do what I put there.
Okay.
All right.
I don't really feel
Probably doesn't matter.
It
Really.
doesn't super matter.
Okay.
Well,
Cool. Library it is.
Library it is. All right, we roll up.
How big is it?
library is a decent size for the island. It's about
Like, I guess more of my question is it looks like they built a library. They didn't just like take a residence, like a house was already there and like convert it into one.
oh no, the
or like,
history museum is definitely a converted house. The library definitely looks like a library from the outside.
gotcha.
But like an older library too. So it doesn't have like the fancy architecture like libraries do now with those like fancy window panels and everything.
Mhm.
It's an older library, but it's definitely a library.
Cool.
Okay.
Is there anybody parked outside?
Let's see. No. Well, there are a few cars parked there.
I'm just trying to get a sense of how busy it is.
It's not super busy. I mean, there's not college students doing homework at this time too. So, it's just there's like probably a few cars in the parking lot, still a lot of empty spaces. Yeah.
Ace, do you remember
Flora?
which of these two
Yeah.
sisters of the library? Was it Flora?
Fauna is the library.
Fauna.
Fauna is the library. Flora is the
The deer lady. We got to talk to the deer
Fauna's
lady.
the mean one, it appears.
Okay, that's fine.
the cunt.
Yeah.
So we go
Mosey our way in.
and
She's known as...
do we know what she looks like?
Well, let's find the oldest woman in the building.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, she would be fairly old at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we look for the. Or I guess we even go to the front desk. Like, is Fauna in today by chance? Fauna Malo?
And the old lady behind the counter wearing a sweater and one of those glasses that has like the string around it. So
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
she's like, and she kind of has like a hunchback too. So she's like
Nice.
kind of hunching over,
Yeah.
and she's got like a gray perm going on.
Perm
And-
on this island. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kind of like looks up at you after like clicking on the computer, and you kind of get the sense already like she's annoyed that you disrupted her working.
Yeah.
So she looks up at you, she takes off her glasses, and she's like, "What?
I ask you a question. I'm looking for Fauna Malo.
Yeah, that's me. What?
How am I supposed to know that?
That's
That's
me.
why I'm asking the question.
Well, I'm the only one standing behind a desk, so I
Does she have a name tag?
Chris, you're not asking the right questions.
I am asking
Yeah.
the right question.
She's being standoffish because you're just not asking.
Don't worry.
the right
This
ones.
time I'll punch this old lady's hands. I'll start with one so she can only use the computer half speed, and then if she doesn't answer any questions, I'll get the other one.
She does have a name tag.
Okay. So
She kind of just points at it, and she was just like, "Do you need something?"
yeah, we did talk with you if you have a minute of your time. I know it looks very busy in here, but we just had a couple questions.
She kind of like looks around, and she's like, "No one takes the art of libraries. Just they don't take it seriously anymore. Like I have a lot to do at a lot.
Man, we
of
gotta keep your voice down in the library, okay? Like we all need to be respectful of the library.
She kind of looks at you and puts her glasses back on, and then continues typing on the computer.
So
All right.
So is that, are you getting to answer some questions? What does that mean?
Well, no questions have been asked so far that I can answer, other than pointing at my name tag. So you're wasting my time
God,
so
I said
far.
old people on this island.
you were part of the church of the blind sight, correct?
Ah, God damn it! She takes off her glasses again, and she's just like,
With
yeah,
your brother and your sister, correct?
I don't talk to my sister.
That's fine. I'm not asking about your sister. I'm asking about you. So
Yeah, we were part of like, oh gosh, this is so long ago. I mean, there's books around the library about like the history of the island, how it was made, history going far back.
does
you
it focus on the church itself?
There's some documentation on the church. I don't like. It's
Can you point me in that direction real quick? Like,
so many questions. Yeah, I can.
You
point
just complained about not asking any questions.
She's not
and
going to
now-
answer anything. She's not going to answer
point,
anything.
just use your bony little finger, point which stack I need to go to.
Look, yeah, we need to figure out.
Well,
We
you
need to
talk to her. I'm going to go look for these books.
I'm going to go with stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could point my friends in the direction that they can do the research there.
And she kind of like,
we just need to figure out more on this church. That's the only reason I came to ask you.
Sure, if it gets you out of my hair. It's over that way in those shelves over there in the corner. It has the history
Thanks,
of the
man.
island.
Yeah, I'm
Is there a
just gonna
Dewey
let
Decimal
go.
System, or how's this one work?
Dewey Decimal System. Oh, someone is smart.
So,
I'll find it.
so as they walk off, unless you have more to say to them, so I've done well. Acid Reflux done well with librarians. So I pull out my library card that I actually have, and it's obviously not for this library, but like I pull it out and be like, hey, I just want to let you know, like I'm a big library fan. I read a lot of books. It's a great. I was raised, around a library. I went there all the time, so I'm a big appreciator of libraries. So yeah, while they're over there, sorry they were so rude. It's a crazy group here, but I just want to, I want to talk to you a little bit more about, what was your experience with the church? Did you not have a great experience with it?
Trying to decide if I should make you roll persuade on that.
You could. I don't have a great persuade, so it'd be a great way to make me roll.
What is your persuade?
It's 20.
20. I'm gonna give you a plus 20 since you on that roll because you helped get the fishing rod bat to Herman. So I'm gonna help you out.
Oh, cool.
So you got 40.
All right. I'm glowing with empathy.
His dice are glowing.
Yeah, and my dice are actually glowing. And a 43, very close.
Ah,
very close, very
okay.
close.
She kind of just like looks at you and she's just like, well, it's nice to see that some of the young people don't, go straight into their phones for the information they need anymore. It's still nice to see. What was your question again? I'm sorry, I forgot.
I basically was just trying to get what is her stance on the church. I wanted to see, like, hey, we're sort of looking into the church. We're doing a little bit of history on it, and I just want to know, like, what was your experience with the church? Was it a bad time, or was it kind of good for you? Like, did you enjoy that time, or do you have a negative association with it?
It's just so strange, people coming and asking about the church after just so long after. It's been decades since, like, I've heard anything about it, but, I'm gonna say that it just kind of faded out, and Flora and I were just so young when we were a part of anything that it's just kind of hard to remember at this point. I do know that, there was I don't remember too much about, what happened back then, but I remember that, heard a lot of sounds, don't remember too much. Yeah, but Frederick...
Sounds like a drum and a flute and a bell.
Oh, well, I mean, that isn't the documentation. Well, you're not over here. You went over there.
I did not. They went.
Oh, okay.
I'm here with him.
Oh, nice.
And she's like, she looks at you, and like her face gets sterner. But then she was looking at Acid Reflux, and she's just like, yeah, they were the instruments. I remember the instruments, but I think there's like historical photos that have those in there too. The instruments. I don't remember too much, but there is a lot of documentation where the history of the island is considered. So yeah, I mean, they were part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they built the island, right? They settled the island before you guys were born, I'm assuming?
Yes, they did. It's been here since before we were born, like many generations.
Do you know if your brother had a journal or anything that he kept on himself while he was part of the church?
And her face like lights up at the sound of her brother, and she's just like, Freddie, God, I miss him. He was such a great brother. Always took care of us. Even after he left the island, he always took care of us.
I seem like a great man. I mean, he built up a lot of what is here, right?
He was a great man. I just wish he never left. He just took care of everything. He always said you never have to plan that far ahead if you plan for that many variables. And he was just so smart.
What do you think about his widow? Are you a fan of Miss Tiffany and her hotel, the Hemlock? She's a real piece of work, if you ask me.
I prefer not to talk to her. She obviously has a goal for whatever Fred thought. She thought Fred left behind for a purpose. She obviously has a different way of going about it. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it would be what Fred wanted.
Where they built the hotel, did you guys ever go in that area? Was there anything special about that area to the church where they built the hotel? I have Persuade if you want me to roll it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Nice. Smart. Good questions.
Yeah, that's 78 over 40.
Hey.
She just kind of says, like,
Now 41.
I'm not quite sure
I know you were young. I don't expect you to remember all of it. I was just wondering if there's any... It just seemed like a weird... To get the whole island to pick that one spot to build the hotel.
I mean, I think there was, like, some temple there at some point.
Sure, okay.
But there wasn't a lot that they had to, knock down, like, some trees, palm trees. I mean, it is an island, so, like, making a clearing for a hotel that big...
Do you know if they, like, kept any of the infrastructure of, like, the temple there as part of the hotels, like a selling point or anything weird like that?
I wouldn't know that, no.
Nope, that's fine.
But then she kind of just, like, looks at both of you like, you're still standing here. Any more questions? Kind of.
You have any more questions there?
No, yeah, I got... No, thank you for your time. Yeah, we'll go look at some books.
Yeah, what do I find? I'm looking for books about the history. Specifically, I'm looking for pre-resort history, like, first kind of settlers, but also if there's anything about when the resort was built. Any documents on that, too?
Sure. Did you search?
Would you like me to search?
I would like you to search.
All right.
While they're doing that, I'm going to ask her, I was like, in case my friends find...
Nice.
If they find a book or anything, can I sign up for a library card or whatnot so that we can check these books out and bring them back? Feed into her the love of librarianism.
I love it.
And she's just like, well, of course. I always welcome all knowledge-seeking individuals who wish to learn the ancient art of looking things up still. Like, Google has just made things just horrendous for people in my line of work. So, yeah.
I'm sure you get a lot of weirdos coming in here looking at porn on your computers, but...
Kevin.
So I'll fill out, I'll give, like, a fake name, all that. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know how it works, because, like, usually you have to bring something that has, like, a form of your residency, but...
I haven't gotten a library card in forever, so you do all that.
Yeah, you do.
I'll just use Kevin's address. So
you find out, like, more photos of the, older photos of the island.
Like picture, like a
more
document.
pictures, and a lot of them are, like, duplicates that you've already seen. Some of them are, like, you see one in particular, since you passed your search roll, is of, like, flora and fauna together. Like, they're both holding up, like a scroll. Like,
so, like, are these just pictures in the library? Or, like, am I finding, like, scrapbooks? What am I finding?
They're like you can tell that they're, like, printed out, like, out of, like, a printer, and someone bound it, like, but it's like a handmade book. Like, someone made this out of passion for the history,
Gotcha.
do flora and fauna look pretty, like, similar when they were younger?
Yes.
Like twins?
Yes.
Like the twins from Mothra? Like that
yeah,
style? Okay,
sure,
cool.
yeah. Masura, yeah, Masura.
Loves those.
But anyway, so you said I saw flora and fauna with a scroll.
Yeah, and they're kind of holding up the scroll, and it's kind of like they're young, they're very young, in the photo, and you can tell that, like...
Does it label? Do I know it's them?
Yes, it is labeled.
Okay.
It's them. And you can't make anything out on the scroll, but the scroll's kind of giant, and they're just kind of like, oh, look at this. We're kids told to pose, and this is what face we make. Yeah.
So that was
Is
them.
the scroll, is it the scroll facing the camera, like the wording?
Yeah, but it's just faded. You can't tell anything. Okay. And like they're printed out on, like, a very low res.
You can ask her about that scroll.
Yeah, I might. I'm also.
Or we're gonna have reflux because she's got the hots for him.
Yeah. Like I said,
I bet that scroll's in the goddamn museum.
Yeah, it could be.
But no actual, like, books, like the pictures.
I mean, they're pictures. There's some text in the books too. The text is just kind of like, it just says that things that you've already been, told. They're like, Church of the Blind Site, generations back, every 70 years, renewal ceremony happens.
But it's all vague. Like, it doesn't talk about, like, what is being renewed. It does anything about the temple itself. Like that's someone built a temple. There's got to be some history.
The temple, it does have, like, location. It has, like, a little map where the hemlock is.
Yeah.
Has, like, a picture of the outside of the temple that you would see, and it just looks like an old shack in the middle of the forest. It has, like, double opening doors, and has, like, a if you like, it's a low res, but you could tell that there's, like, locks on the double side doors. And at this point, since the photo was taken so long ago, it doesn't look like nature has reclaimed it as much as probably when Kevin and Susie saw it.
Gotcha. So I was thinking, whenever you, like, since this is the first time we described the temple, so I was thinking like a Mayan temple.
No,
okay,
no.
So
yeah, that's what I was was thinking too.
Like a shanty.
Yeah.
It is like a
Yeah.
shanty.
Right.
It kind of looks
Makes
like a
sense.
Japanese kind of
Yeah.
like smaller
Okay.
temple.
Yeah, that actually makes more sense than Aztec and temple.
So
being here.
sorry.
Yeah, I was imagining
You
a
don't
shack
know-
in the woods,
Okay,
personally.
good. Hey, good. You got it right. So,
you should know what's in my head, Cody.
I know. So here's the question: is how big is the temple? Like, would you say it's as big as like a hotel room?
Similar.
Okay, so it could it's in that size range.
It's in that size
basically.
range.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right. Well, no books, but I want to pull that picture. And if you're wandering by, like, hey, you were nice to her. Ask her where that scroll is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can. I got it. And I head on over, and I
Filling out paperwork. Just
yeah.
And I keep looking. I keep looking, pulling books off the shelves,
Cool.
seeing if I can find anything I can take home.
IP freely is my name.
So I try to get her attention as nicely as possible. Wait for her to be done, and sort of acknowledge me. Don't interrupt her. So and I as soon as I get a chance, does she look at me?
She does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just kind of, hey, sorry. So we noticed, hey, because it's a picture of her and her sister, right?
Yes.
And so, like, I go, hey, this is you, right? There's a scroll here. Do you remember this? And I'm kind of curious too if you know where this scroll is.
She puts on her glasses and she looks at the photo and she kind of squints and then she just this horrible mischievous grin comes on her face.
Yeah.
And she's just like, yeah, I remember that scroll. Yeah. Freddie left it to Flora, Fauna, or Flora. Why do I name them so similar? It's, Flora and I in his will. Yeah.
Wait, you left it to both of you?
Yep, he left it to both of us. Yeah.
You
I'm
have
not
half
there.
of it?
I'm not
Did you
there.
just, cut it in half?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the. God, I hate my sister. Yeah, that's just. I wanted to get back at her. So, Freddie left the scroll to both of us because we both love the history of this island. We both feed off of it. But then Flora French kissed my boyfriend about 50 years ago and didn't stop him.
That hussy.
She's a cunt.
Home wrecker.
We got in kind of a legal situation on who got to keep the scroll.
I'm assuming she won by you calling her a cunt.
No. We got into an agreement, and the agreement was there's a name for a person that is in charge of handing out the will.
Executor?
Like executor.
Yeah.
The executor said that we could divide it in half, and then so I got to cut it in half, and then she would take whatever piece that she wanted. Right? This is where it gets devious. And she's like, in the back, I have half the scroll, but I cut it vertically. So she can't even know what it says because I have vertical. What a cunt. She doesn't even know what it says, so she still covets it like it's a property, but it's completely useless without my half, and she'll never get it. I screwed her over, and I'm happy about it.
So so it sounds like, so I'm just kind of like, so she wanted it more than you, it sounded like.
She did.
Because she really liked the history.
She
even
loves the history of this island, but I love getting back at my sister more than the history of this island. I had priorities.
Yeah.
I had priorities.
I give you
can't
kudos on
blame
that
you.
one. That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
the half trick. That's
This
good.
is the half, and she took half. Yeah, I got back at her.
How big is the library? Can I hear that conversation?
Yeah, it's about.
I mean, I'm more curious if I can hear her say that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very quiet atmosphere. I would say it doesn't take very much for you to be able to hear it. So yeah, I would say you'd be able to hear it within your
Oh,
shot.
if I hear her say I have it in the back and she cut it in half, I'd look at Duffy so we're coming back here tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, to say, oh, thank you. That's really fascinating. I'll go back over there now.
It sounds like she deserves it. Good job.
Yeah, what a cunt. What a cunt. She's just. If you go to the History Museum, I'm sure she still has it up on display for everyone to see, but it's absolutely meaningless, so she's kind of stupid.
All right.
I forgot to ask, in the picture of it, is it, does it look like how long would you say the scroll is?
It's pretty. I mean, it's a good chunk, and you can sort of make out it's in sections. The text.
Well,
Is it 4 feet, long,
Yeah,
tall?
No.
I guess it's tall
I'd say
wise.
it's
I would
about
say.
2 feet.
Okay,
2
yeah.
feet
So
tall?
we're not
Yeah,
looking
so-
at like a 10-foot long scroll. It's
No.
just like a big. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I piggyback off the end of that. I'm like, I know this is a lot to ask. Would it be possible to see it, even if sort of far away, like a couple feet away? I just want to take a look at it with my own eyes. Is that too much or?
Go ahead and roll Persuade again.
Oh yeah, my best stat. Do I still got that plus 20? No. Actually, do I still have that plus 20?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay, well, you don't have to do it for me. I mean, but yeah. So it does succeed if I have the 20.
Okay, yeah. All right. She kind of looks at you and she kind of like puts her hand over her keychain on her belt.
Oh.
And then she's just like, "Oh, son, it's just stuff like that is better left unseen. It doesn't do anyone any good to see what the past was about. So, it's safe keeping it in the
Did
back.
she say she loved the history of the island?
I love the history. Some history needs to be kept hidden.
Tell her you want to see her unseen bits.
Yeah.
Really lay it on.
Yeah.
So, but you can tell that she's like,
Yeah.
the moment you said that, she was
She
just
was-
like clutching her keys, like the keychain.
Like instinctively. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good information. Well, I say, I understand. I think it's obviously a precious item to you, and for good reason. So I understand.
It's just not. It's not one of those that. It's just not good to show that
Yeah.
stuff.
What I will say is, we are investigating something important. We're here to save lives. So if you ever change your mind, I would be. It is very helpful for us to see that. So if you ever change your mind, we'll be around. We'll come back at a later time.
I'll think about it.
And then I go back to the rest.
Think
and
all you want. We're stealing that shit
Yeah.
tonight.
I mean, you gonna open her chastity belt? Like,
I'm not. She likes you, man.
Yeah.
You.
I mean,
Reflex is the time when
that's
everybody
what
on the
it
team
takes.
has to take one for it, and you're
Okay.
going to
I
take
had-
one here.
When have we ever been stopped by not having a set of keys?
I'll be diving in 2 oceans and a muff this.
Jesus. Wow.
Wow.
So imagine-
Where do you come up with this?
I don't know. Cool. So I relay that to the rest because they were. I kind of go back and I just tell
yeah,
them.
what time?
that-
So we would.
If I don't find anything, also like any books I want to check out, I'm just like whatever.
I'll check a book out just to try to win her over more.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
I don't know, some random ass book.
Yeah. You notice that.
I'll check out Fahrenheit 451.
If it's there.
You notice that when you are checking out a book, she kind of puts on her glasses and then tries to situate herself old woman style. Where is everything? I haven't done this in a little bit since it's a fairly slow library. And she takes the keys off her keychain, puts them on the counter, and then digs through some other drawers, and then she's registers the library card and all that. And keys are left on the counter when she's doing all of this extra paperwork.
I don't
stuff.
have a quick sleight of
No.
hand.
Yeah, so just know that she gets distracted fairly easy.
Oh, I see.
What do
Okay.
I got here?
But it sounds like she's keeping it
I have
on her
70
person.
stealth.
Is it on her? Well, I don't know. From what I observed, did it seem like she kept the half scroll on her person, or just the keys were on her person?
No,
The keys were on her person.
see.
the scroll's in the back.
I see.
Scrolls in the
Wherever
back.
the back is, whether
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a break room
Okay.
or
Yeah.
a
And from
storage, we don't
where
know.
Strauss was standing, he could see a door in the back that looked like it was a lockable door,
Gotcha.
like an
Perfect.
office or some sort of yeah.
Because she's probably those keys on her. They're the keys to the cell.
To the building. So
Yeah.
if she tries to lock up that night, she's not gonna have 'em.
I guess that's a good question. As we look around, is there a specific office for her, and we think it's that door? Or is there another door that would be an office?
That's the door that Strauss would have seen from his vantage
So there's no
point.
other doors that look like.
No, not like an office door.
Gotcha,
There's
so-
bathroom doors.
Because I was saying if we could take those keys, take it off, and put them back, it might be something worth it. But if that's the key to getting her off, she's going to know it's gone.
Yeah. And
So-
to lock up at the end of the
Right.
night. Yeah.
Well, I think it's probably 2 separate keys.
Yeah.
Well, but still,
Right,
if we
I'm
just
with you.
took her keychain.
Right. No, yeah, I would say
Yeah.
take that key off.
Yeah.
And then, but then we'd have to get the key, figure out what key it is, bring it
Yeah.
back. That'd be a lot.
Yeah.
Let's break down the damn doors.
Yeah. Break a window.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I mean,
I just
we'll
think
try
it's going to
make-
be suspicious that we were in here talking about this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the shit gets broken into or that night. I think there's going to be a plausible trail.
It is going to be suspicious.
So,
Yeah. But
Maybe
what
we'll
other-
revise our plan. Maybe we'll get some more info and then we'll come and break in the next night.
Yeah, because I don't have a way to just steal keys. I don't think any of us
I don't.
does. So if we can't solve it the one way, we have to solve it a different way,
Yeah.
even if that isn't the perfect way to do it.
I got a way.
We have to do it.
We go get some drunk college kids, and we bring them here and have them break in and do all the
Shit.
damage.
That's pretty good.
And then we come in and try to chase
Brilliant.
them off.
Damn, that's
Look, see
smart.
what they did.
We just got to incentivize them somehow. Yeah. Or give
Yeah.
them, yeah. There's fucking.
We got drugs.
You know, it would be so fucking cool if we went to the library. We just
No, we'd be like, yeah, well, we're at
We
the
did
library
research.
drunk. Yeah, the library lady's got some some primo weed on there or something like that. I don't know, something like that.
You write a dissertation?
I'm just
exactly.
saying.
Get that studying.
As we look around, are there security cameras here?
I mean, you see one that covering like the entrance,
Okay.
like just general like CCTV.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
whatever.
CCTV.
CCTV. Yeah, that stuff.
Gotcha.
You see that, but you don't really see anything like in the library.
Sure, I'm just thinking so that's another thing. If we break into this thing, we're gonna have to. So that's what I'm thinking. If we have the kids come and do it,
Right.
I'm just spitballing.
No, that's honestly.
We got time to think about it.
Yeah, we got a night to stay in some spoopy ass room.
Yep. So actually, I just asked her real quick, like, oh, hey, sorry, real quick, do you know the Pruitts? So Sarah Pruitt and I think her grandpa, which is the one with Herman Pruitt.
Herman.
I guess I just want to be curious. So I just want to know their relationship. Like, is it the granddaughter is Sarah? Do you know Sarah?
Yeah, she's a really outspoken young lady. She does the morning radio show. She has her little trailer up on the hill. She's just one of those like disappointment family members. I'm assuming she doesn't have a tight relationship with her grandfather, but she's been here all her life. So
Okay, got it.
You have a good relationship with her grandfather?
oh, Herman, I got nothing against Herman.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I respect him. He has his own set of rules. I can respect that. So yeah.
Is there anyone on the island that you do like? Besides my friend here?
No, I don't like. I don't care for the college students. I don't care for my sister. I don't care. Really, I mean, just kind of waiting it out and
Till you die?
till I die.
I mean,
What? What is this
All right.
conversation?
There's nothing left. I like to preserve, the times of the past that needs to be preserved. So that's what librarians do. We'll go down with the ship when we need to.
well, that's incredibly depressing. I'm sorry I asked that question. Well,
Yeah.
It's incredibly depressing.
we're gonna leave now. I don't really know how else
Yeah, we'll head
to
out.
finish this conversation with you. So,
So
Segues
she
are awkward.
finishes checking out your book, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Here you go. Just don't be late. Late fees. I'll come after you. I know you are."
Nope, you got me, Mr. Freely, right here.
Yeah.
Does the library have computers?
It does.
Yeah, so this whole time I've just been Googling the Church of the Blind Side.
Dicks.
Yeah.
And dicks.
Set it
Just
as
put it as the background.
wallpaper. Yeah, exactly.
Change the wallpaper.
Got
yeah.
her.
Screensaver.
Yeah.
Lemon Party is the homepage.
Holy shit. Blue waffle.
So if you're Googling specifically Church of the Blind Site, you don't get too much more information than what you already have. You get the old photos that are like page 3 of Google. You have it was originated from island of Niihau, X amount of time back, went back generations. Just stuff like that. You don't really learn anything new if you're just Googling specifically Church of Blind Site.
Does it ever reference Frederick Mallow specifically as part of the church members or anything? Does it give a list of anything like that? Like, is Frederick Mallow tied to it in any way on the internet?
That is a good question. If you just Google Frederick Mallows, you get the whole billionaire.
Well, I mean,
thing.
he is. I'm just wondering if it shows up in his search. There's any tie to Frederick Mallows or anything through the Church of Blind Site.
It doesn't, no.
Okay.
And then I type in Frederick Mallow's Church of the Blind Side.
Church of the Blind Site. You do come across.
I type in every combination of names and Blind Site and Church of that we've come across in the past.
Get a lot of D&D references.
24 hours. Yeah.
You get Frederick Mallows originated on the island of Niihau. That's what his.
I don't think we knew that part yet.
Yeah, he was a longtime resident.
Or that's even where the church originated.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's brand new info.
Yep. You can. He left the island in 1963. He
I was
left.
to go fix whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
To get a ton of money
Right.
to build the hotel,
Well,
That was to fix
I
their
don't know about that.
mistake.
which
Yeah.
was
I'm assuming Tiffany is following up on whatever he wanted to do.
Duffy's idea is that the fixing the mistake is building the hotel, and he got to do that through Tiffany after he died. In his will, which he dished out everything.
Part of me is wondering if she's actually doing something that's good here, and we're gonna fuck that up by stopping it.
Possibly.
He did this whole entire thing to try to fix it, and
I guess that we need to figure out what this ritual of renewal is.
yeah. So we need to stay in the green box. We need to go talk to the history museum lady.
Yeah.
We need to get more history see if anybody remembers it. Then we need to talk with Graves and see if she remembers anything. But she's probably like, maybe she said something to the caregiver. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how this shit works. Maybe she just said a bunch of like.
We'll have to
babble
find
blah.
out.
Yeah.
So I get nothing else.
You don't get really anything of more use. No. But you do have a lot of clues to go off from here.
And I type in Church of the Blind Sight ritual of renewal.
You get ritual of renewal. You get at once every 70 years. This and they call like the coven a cult a lot.
I'm getting like the vibe that people may have heard about this cult, and they do a ritual of renewal every 70 years, and like that's it. Besides the people in the church that know about it,
Right?
Like it's just
Right, because there's plenty of like Japanese rituals and stuff that people do, but it's like they do it because that's the tradition, but it's not supposed to mean anything, right?
Right. Yeah. You kind of get that sense of like there is not a whole lot of documentation that people on the outside can figure out because the people on the inside know that it's fucking shady.
Is there any references to the church on any like when Frederick Mallow moved wherever he went? Is there any, like, he tried to start the church up there or anything like that? Like, it became, like, kind of like a celebrity kind of cult or anything like that? So
Nothing like that.
Okay.
It does say that he married Tiffany. Everyone called her a trophy wife. But she's just a lot younger than Frederick Mallow.
Sure.
So.
Okay, well, I guess, hit up that green box and see what weird shit's gonna happen tonight.
yeah, stay there tonight, I suppose.
All right. So.
Oh.
When we get back to the green box is in the backyard of their house, right?
Yeah, probably have to, yeah. So they're probably home by now, so
Yeah.
we'll get to have that conversation with the wife.
Fucker.
I guess we'll end there. It's about an hour in. So.
Nice.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So we have a lot of leads to go to next episode.
So
we'll
many.
see how that.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. All right. See you guys next time.
Later.
Bye.
Later.